Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Talk with EMAS. And today we're going to be talking about identity, and I have an amazing guest today that will share about his idea of identity as a teenager. Akbar Sendhi Ramadan. Hello, how are you, Adon?
Yeah, I'm fine here. And for everyone who doesn't know me, I'm President Ramadan. I'm from EMAS.
So he is a new participant in post-advanced class. And I'm so happy you're here, Adon.
Yeah, nice to hear that.
Okay, right, for the audiences who are still questioning about EMAS, EMAS is an English course program provided by Kediri City Government for all the citizens of Kediri City. And if you want to know more, you may reach us on Instagram at English Massive and our YouTube channel English Massive Kediri. Okay, without any further ado, let's get started to the podcast.
English Massive Podcast. Talk with EMAS.
Okay, hello again, Akbar Sendhi. How can I call you? Akbar Sendhi or Ramadan or what?
All of my friends actually called my name as Adon.
Okay, Adon, yeah. Right. Adon, as this is the first time you're here in this podcast, could you please tell the audiences about you?
My name is Akbar Ramadan, and everyone in my family is called me Adon, and my friends too, because my full name is Akbar Ramadan, and they take the last part from my name. There is Adon in Japanese language, so they called me Adon, and I'm live in Mojorato, Street 5, number 29. I'm third grade of vocational high school 1 in Kediri, and my major is electricity, and I'm the firstborn child with one little brother.
Okay, that's all. Okay, I'm curious. What is your hobby, Adon?
My hobby is playing game that's called Magic Chess. It's the part of Mobile Legends, and that's very popular right now, I think. And my second hobby is I like to read some stuff like online comic, like they call it manhwa or manhwa for reason. And I like to spend my time with reading some book that I want to read online, and that's all.
Okay, wow, amazing, interesting. Now, my very first question about identity is that how do you define yourself, or how do you see yourself as a teenager?
I think I want to tell that I am a flexible person because I'm not really certain into some type of person, like I'm really want to look strong or look calm or something like that. But I just want to match in every situation that happened in my life as the way it's right at that time. Because I think people really can get such as flexible, so I think it's not really special on what I feel on myself. And second, I'm calm, but not that calm because I can handle some stuff that really hard for some people in a really cold headed. Like when I got some practice and I'm not sure that it's work or not, I just really work on it like there's nothing bad would happen. But I'm not that calm because I'm easily get angry to person that I don't like, because some people really not match on me. And as a teenager, I think I'm a stubborn person because I'm really hard to accept opinion from other person, especially my family or my friends. I think that happened because at that time I just think that people want to take advantage from me, and there's no benefit that really happened to me. But as long as I live in these years, I think some opinion from them is really get right if I think it right now. And the second how I define myself is I'm a temperament person as a teenager because I'm easily get sad or anger at some short time. Like in a day I can angry to my family or my friends, and at the night I just really feel bad about them. I think there's type of teenager that really much in these years because they could get easily angry with their family even if it's just small mistakes or small miscommunication between them. And in the night they feel so sad about what they just really say from their mouth on their people that really love them. That's all.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, Adon. Okay, you have defined yourself according to your opinion about you, but how about how people see you as a teenager or as a student? What image that you know that people see you? Oh, maybe people see me as someone who is charming, or yeah, things like that.
I think people see me as a person that really unfriendly and stubborn. This happened last year with my with my friends, and I actually talked to them like, "What's your first impression of me?" And there's a 2% that really sure that I'm an unfriendly person at the first sight because my eyes look like I'm fierce and so ignorant. But I just treat them like I'm not that unfriendly, because I just really don't care at people who I don't know at that time. And I think that my friends at that time is not the person that really important for me because they don't do anything that would impact on my life. But in this present, they just really meaningful for me. So they really know that I'm not that unfriendly and stubborn. And that's not what side that I want people to look at me. And the image that I want people to see me is I am a calm and reliable person. Because I think a lot of time that myself is not that really easy to get angry. That just some point of my time that I want to really fulfill my emotion with something that I just really need. And the second image I want people to see me is I'm a very flexible person. Like I just don't want them to hang out with me just for some advice or they just want to tell some really sad story or some achievement that they got, or they just want to have friends like really understand them. I just really want to be flexible, to seem flexible because there's a lot of moments that you really have to try as your young age. Because when you define yourself or people see you as a very straight person that really had a lot of advice in their head, they just want to talk to you just for some advice, and that's really tiring for my because because I also want to live in a happy time with you also, and that's not really I want to give a lot of advice that I can bring them all of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wow, amazing. Okay, Adon, thank you for your explanation about yourself and how do you define yourself. And now, as you know that as we navigate through life, our identities are formed through choices we chose and we made and the option that we made. And identity is not only a thing that you bring when you were born, but it's also shaped by many different ways and factors such as environment, circle, labels, race, religion, education, culture, and many more. And Adon, could you please tell us what factors that really contribute to your life or to who you are right now?
I think my important factor is my family because they growed me since I was first age in this life. And my family, especially my parents, they really give me some things that I really need in this time. I think there's a lot of advice from them, and there's a lot of love and compassion that they want me to learn to raise in this world. And the second factor is, I think, my school, because my first friends, I think it's from school, and school really gives you a lot of time to learn and to gain friends as you want. And where the place you study at is really give you people that have same standard as you. I think if I grow up in a high standard school or some really good educational system, I think there give a lot of different aspects that really impact in how I become right now. But my school is really good also because they had some standard that really good, and they treat me to become a nice student, and I'm grateful that I school at my school at that time. So it really have a lot of impact in my life. Even if I'm not realized, my friends mostly become my friends because we're school at the same time. And there's a lot of things that I can explain when I go to school. There's a lot of time I spend on them.
So the factors that you think contribute to your life are family and school, yeah? And because you find your friends at school, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, talking about friends, maybe can you tell us about your circle or maybe some of your friends that really there for you?
I think I have many kind of friends that really fun to know them. There's friends that just really want to spend time with me, like in sad or in happy moment. They want to come around my house just to talk to me, just to say that he's on there, and they want me to come, and he want me to. And there's some type of friends that just really want to relieve their sadness or their anger, or they just want to talk when they sad. But beside that moment, they just want to have me time, and they don't want to talk to me. And that's really fine for me because they fulfill my experience with something that I don't know. And people are just so really a lot of kind, and I like to talk to them too. And there's a friends that they just want to help when they want to talk to me, like they really want some friends near them to help around when they have some bad time on their life, or when they practice at school. They just really can't do the stuff that teacher taught us to do, and they talk to me like, hey, I want your help to clear this practice, something like that. And I just really like to spend my time around all of that kind of friends. Maybe in someday there's a lot of things I can learn from them in my memories that I don't really know at my young age, because people who had a lot of experience better than people who don't have it. I think like that is right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do agree with you, Adon. And I do agree with the part that you said that people who have a lot of experience are better than who don't have. Even you get the experience from others, yeah. Even you get the experience from your friend's story, that's okay. And I'm amazed that you as a teenager can think that way. Well, my next question is, do you have any role model in your life, Adon? or someone that guide you in life?
I think I don't have some people to be my role model because I don't want to get bound with their achievement and their privilege that don't all that there's some privilege that they have that I don't have. For example, Warren Buffett is really have a lot of stocks in their hand, and it's his achievement to choose the right and good stocks by his analysts. And I don't want to have some role model because they just really bound me for some achievement that I think I don't really want. And I think even if I do a lot of time to learn it or to create it, I think there's some little things that I can really achieve from role modeling someone. But beside role modeling someone, I just want to be better person from my past. For example, every day for some reason in the night I just want to be better from this day because someday in my life my daily routine is just sleep and eat and playing games a long day. And that's really bothering me because that's not the type of person that I really want to be in the rest of my life in the future. So that's thing really bothering me. Rather than having a role model, I just role modeling myself to become better at the future for some good reason.
Okay, Adon, I get your point. So instead of having a role model, you role model yourself because you know your future. You know who you want to be in the future. But how do you learn to think that way?
I think I fulfill my expectation in my future type of me on some people that really great in this world. And for some reason I take the part of the book that I read. So I want to be the person that this book teach me. For some aspect like how the way I think in religion or the way I learn about Islamic things, I role modeling Gus Baha, if you know. And for some kind of mindset that really new for my young age, I put it from the book that I read. For some reason, the creator is Mark Manson, and I can't remember the rest of it, but there's a lot of people that really can write a good book. So I can put the mindset from the book to myself for the future, because I can't really create the things that I want in the future in my present, because there's a lot of change will be. So I think there's a lot easier if I can change it step by step and little by little. That's all.
Alright, thank you Adon. Now I get your point. So here you said that you don't have role model. It means that you don't have someone that you want to imitate. Like for example, your example is Warren Buffett. You don't want to be Warren Buffett because there are some factors that you don't have. Or maybe Warren Buffett has a privilege and you don't have that privilege. So it's hard for you to be like him. And instead of to be a person, instead of to be someone, you prefer to be yourself and you prefer to take some
Part of their mindset on myself.
Okay, yeah, so you prefer to take part of their mindsets, like from the books or maybe from Gus Baha, so you take the lesson from Gus Baha instead of you want to be like Gus Baha, like Gus Baha himself. Alright, so yeah, now I got it. Thank you, Adon. That's really a great idea of role modeling. And actually, I'm interested when you said that you learned some way of thinking or mindset from a book, yeah. Maybe can you tell the audiences some books that you have read or books that you recommend them to read?
The first one that I want to recommend for you is The Psychology of Money. This type of book that when you read the title at the first time, you will think that it's how to create your own money or how to attract money on you. But actually is the book how the real investor would think when they invest. And there's some advice that if you want to become some investor that on stocks or some investment stuff like that, I would recommend you to read Psychology of Money because their advice is really logic in this era, because some people want to invest to become a lot rich than before, but it's actually you invest for your freedom, because money can buy freedom. If you read that book, you'll understand what I mean in the first page. And the second I recommend is The Secret Habits to Master Your Art of Speaking. It recommend for you to become an artist or an industrial person and some industry that work on how your voice would hear by people. For example, if you want to become some voice actor or too good at speech, or you want to become a presenter, you will see a lot of advice from The Secret Habits to Master Your Art of Speaking, because they not just really give you mindset, they teach you how to create a good voice on your throat. And there's a lot of training that you will learn from its book. And the third one is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. This book I recommend because this book really gives you a new experience of the way people could think, and you'll really find yourself a lot of mistakes, and I mean a lot of wrong in your mindset if you read this book, because its book really give you some advice that it's maybe a little crazy if you would read it at the first time, but it's really make you free with his mindset. The writer is Mark Manson, so I call his and that's all that I can recommend on you. So if you want to find some really good book, you just have to go to the bookstore, right? Mm-hmm. So find it yourself.
Yeah, okay, right, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to buy the legal one, yeah, not the copy. Okay, thank you, Adon, for your recommendations to me and to audiences. And actually, you also recommended me a book in the last two meetings, I guess. It is The Courage to Be Disliked, and I have read that book after you told me that book, and I think I can relate how you come to be who you are right now. You're a very visionary person, I know, and you know what to do in life, and I love that. Okay, now my next question is, do you love yourself as who you are right now, Adon?
I think I love myself in this all time because I place myself upper than the person around me because that's the only thing that I have in the end of the day. Because if you not if I'm not loving myself, I can't live with such things that I don't like. But I can live with it, so I just accept what God gives to me or what people really want me to do. So I love myself as the way I am right now. And if I don't love myself, I just have a lot of regret that I missed some opportunity or I fall for some change that if I do it better, I have a change to be not this person if in your voice or in your ear right now. So I just want to avoid that feeling of regret and fail. Or I can fulfill some people in my past with love and compassion. But I just accept it because if I sometimes have mistreat a person that I really, really love, especially my parents, there's still a lesson to me to apply when I want to interact with them again. So there's no regret for my life, I hope. And do you love yourself? Yes, I love myself. Thank you.
Wow, that's cool. Well, we're in the end of our podcast today, and I do learn a lot from you, Adon, and hopefully you can inspire our audiences about how you really know and love yourself. And even you're a teenager, you have understood that you have the control and the freedom to do what you want to do in life.
I have it.
And moreover, you also said that you love yourself and you can live yourself as who you are right now, and you have dreams to achieve in the futures, and you have no regrets for your past.
Yes, that's correct.
And I think now I can say that you have accepted yourself and become the happiest person in the world.
Yeah, I accept myself, but I can't guarantee myself as the happiest person in this world.
Okay, right, amazing. Let's give applause to Adon. Yay! And well, everyone, let's thank Adon for coming to this podcast today and share his idea about identity. And we hope to see you again in the next episode of Talk with EMAS, Adon.
Yeah, can't wait to see you again.
Alright, that's all for today, and bye.